know that Echo is great, and do you know he do the food on close please? Man, Echo is the greatest of all time. Well, actually, that's a lie. Actually, it's Frozen and Bad. He didn't say that much at all. In fact, the part he played was real small. It's like the character got put on the shelf, and now he's an echo of his former self.
Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and welcome to my Star Wars Black Series collection update video. So, as many of you fellow collectors may know, there's been a lot of, so we say, toy delays on different online retailers as well as brick and mortar stores when it comes to the toys that we like to get. One primary example being Big Bad Toy Store. And unfortunately, I do pre-order a lot of Star Wars Black Series figures with the idea to review them all at the same time because they should be all coming at the same time, but unfortunately that is not happening. So here's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm pretty much going to go about my regular Star Wars Black Series collecting, routine. And every now and then I will do update videos on the latest Star Wars Black Series action figures that I have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, I actually did a video on the Amazon exclusive Artillery Stormtrooper and the Walmart exclusive Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. But what I really wanted to focus on is the Clone Trooper. In my last video I had mentioned that the pauldron is removable. The technique that I used, I went ahead and heated it up with a air dryer, and that seemed to make the glue on it loose enough to where I could just pull it off. Now there is a little bit of remaining residue on there, but you can just probably wipe that off with like a magic eraser if you have one. I would like to get another one so I can pop his pauldron off too, so that way I can have like two base Coruscant guards and then one with the actual pauldron on. But before I start rambling on too much, I want to get to probably the most expensive Star Wars action figure that I bought this year, which is I believe the Target exclusive Echo. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to find this in a Target. I wasn't able to find this in stores, but I really wanted it, so unfortunately I had to buy it on eBay. Yeah, I know, guys, I really wish it didn't have to be this way, but a lot of times if you want an exclusive and you can't find it in stores, you gotta buy it on eBay. And this ran me about 65 bucks, unfortunately. But hey, it's a cool figure and I think it's a pretty decent investment. I did notice that this action figure looks a little bit more fuller, I want to say, than other Clone Trooper action figures, but that might just be because of the extra armor. It looks a little bit more bulkier than literally any other Clone Trooper that I have on the shelf right now. But getting into more detail on the Echo, one thing I noticed right off the bat is his helmet is removable and it is really easy to pop on and off, like almost effortlessly. The little pack on his back, I'm not sure if you can remove it. I've tried pulling on it and it doesn't seem to want to go, so I'm not gonna risk breaking the figure for that. While playing around with the figure, one thing that I was a little annoyed with, and Hasbro, if you're listening, please change this. You gave Echo 2 dual pistols, right? But you did not give him 2 pistol wielding hands. This hand is a pistol gripping hand. This hand looks more like a regular gripping hand, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. Sometimes it's literally not too big of a deal, but sometimes with these regular grip hands, the gun is just really awkward being held in his hand. So it would be really great if in the future, if you make some clone troopers or whoever with dual pistols, if you could please give them 2 pistol holding hands, 2 trigger hands. Because I know they've made action figures that dual wield that have 2 trigger hands, because my Zori Bliss that I have has 2 trigger hands because she has 2 dual pistols. So if you could please do that in the future, Hasbro, that would be really great. And since this is just a quick overview, not a full review, I'm not gonna keep going on with Echo here. Let's go ahead and move on to 2 action figures that I've been dragging my feet getting for a while. First up is the Mandalorian and Bhaskar armor. I've been planning on getting this guy for such a long time, and I kept just not doing it. And I noticed one day on Big Bad Toy Store he was actually in stock, so I was like, well, let me go ahead and get him. And I was actually planning on putting Mandalorian in one of my stop motion projects, which I'll leave a couple of links to if any of you are interested in that. And I was like, well, if I want to go ahead and do this Black Series, you know, stop motion idea with the Mandalorian, I probably should go ahead and buy one. So you'll definitely be seeing this guy in my next stop motion for any of you that are interested in that. Pretty much when it comes to like the overall body that they used for this figure, if you have the first release of the Mandalorian, this is pretty much the same deal. I primarily got him just because I like the more silver metallic armor, and he of course comes with a jetpack. I went ahead and took off that plastic cape since that was just gonna get in the way, and I primarily wanted to display him with the jetpack on. But really nice figure nonetheless. Next up, we have, I don't know why his name escapes me, Quinn, I believe it was. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I picked up Quinn on a trip to GameStop. And it's odd because I've seen Quinn in stores before, but for whatever reason, I just didn't really, wasn't really interested in actually having an action figure of him. It wasn't until I rewatched season 1 of The Mandalorian. I was like, you know what? Quinn's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a figure of him. And there's still quite a few Mandalorian characters that I need to get. I'll show you guys a picture, but my Mandalorian shelf is pretty barren. So, and now for my latest action figure that I've been waiting so long for, General Lando Calrissian. Now I believe, I can't remember if I had a wish list with General Lando on it. Ever since I got the Lando from Empire Strikes Back, I knew that I was going to need one of these eventually, because I need a Lando for my Return of the Jedi shelf. And I gotta say, he's just looking pretty cool. I feel like this outfit for Lando Calrissian has really grown on me throughout the years. Now, the cape is a little ruffled, with these creases and stuff in it. But I'm pretty sure I've done this with cloth capes before. What I usually do is I usually wet it down a bit and then straighten it out. And then it doesn't look all that bad. But I actually think, oh yeah, the cape is actually removable. I'm not going to remove it because I like him with the cape on. Really digging the other side holster and everything. And I was playing around with Lando earlier, and I really just like the range of articulation. What I don't think is anything revolutionary. It's just the fact that with the other Lando that I had, his cape was plastic, so it was hard for me to get him in cool poses without taking off the cape. The administrator Lando that I have is most of the time in just one pose because I don't want to take the cape off because I think it looks kind of weird with the cape off. But finally, we have another figure for my Return of the Jedi shelf, which is also kind of barren. And in fact, while we're on the subject, let me go take you guys around the shelf and we'll put these guys out. Alright guys, here is my Mandalorian shelf. As you can see, it is super barren. But having the Quinn here and the new Mandalorian will definitely help out a bit. I noticed that for whatever reason, my Quinn action figure, if I don't have him in a certain pose, he falls over like all the time. And I don't know if it's because of that little bit of extra weight on his back from the backpack or not. But that is getting a little annoying. And here we have the Bhaskar Mandalorian. And I'm still waiting on my Bhaskar Reeves to get here. Yeah guys, I have a lot of work to do with this shelf. Oh, almost forgot. And my extra infantry stormtrooper. These guys look pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna have to get that incinerary trooper that came from the same show. I'll probably just get one of him. And here's my almost equally barren Clone Wars shelf. Now adding Echo, and of course my second shock trooper here. Now with this shelf, I'm planning on kind of army building the 501st, which is probably gonna be one of the few clone legions that I actually army build. I'm probably gonna get 2 more Camino troopers, maybe try to get at least 1 more shock trooper. It's gonna be hard because it's an exclusive, so all the scalpers already have them. But definitely gonna be army building 501st, so that's pretty much what most of this shelf's gonna be right here. And I'll probably add in like Clone Wars, Ahsoka, and whatnot. But yeah guys, now to move on to my last shelf. Guys, I like how I only figure out this stuff after the fact, but I just noticed that this Lando Calrissian has single jointed legs as opposed to the Empire Strikes Back one, which has double jointed. I actually think it's kind of nice. Kind of like with the other action figures that have single joints, it doesn't break up the figure, and the articulation is still decent because it gets a decent bend on there. But I'm gonna go ahead and add my General Lando to the Return of the Jedi shelf, and he already looks pretty cool sitting up there with the rest of the guys. I still need to get at least 1 more Imperial Guard. I feel like eventually they're gonna re-release him in the archive line, so I'm not gonna rush that. I still need to get a Gamorrean Guard, maybe get at least 1 more Scout Trooper, and of course I need to get some more Stormtroopers to kind of fill out this shelf a little bit more. This one actually wasn't too bad. I was able to get a few more figures for my shelves that really need it. As you can see over here, my prequel shelf's pretty decent, and my I don't even know what to call this shelf. It has a little bit of everything. It has some Rebels, it has some Rogue One, some A New Hope, a little bit of everything on there. But still got quite a lot of collecting to do, guys. That's gonna do it for me before I start rambling. Comment down below what action figures have you gotten recently, and be sure to follow me on my Instagram as I stay updated when I plan to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos that you will not see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.